Hi, how y'all doing? It's November the 23rd today. It's one of my son's birthdays. Here in Ontario, Canada, the sky's cloud covered. It's gray and white. It snowed overnight, but then the rain came. The sidewalk plowers were out, and it was just a dusting of snow. I was like, what the hell are they doing? Right? They must be wanting money, you know? But yeah, it's all the snow's gone. It's been raining, you know? So, greed. That's what's wrong with the realm. That's how it all started, was greed. All right? When people say money is root of all evil, nah, it's greed. That is the root. That is what it is. So, yeah. Seeing chickadees, a whole bunch of chickadees in the tree in the rise, and then a blue jay, right? So blue, hardly any white on him. Almost looked like a blue cardinal, right? So they're good spiritual messages for me. They are. Um, Unless they're robots, right? Because I also read a thing where I can't remember when in the 1900s they they marked all the birds so they could bring out the robot ones. So either I was being spied on or I'm getting good spiritual messages. Either way, I'm okay with it. I take the spiritual messages, right? Um, the Schuman. I woke up with my ears ringing in today in the rise. Um, there's 50 and then a blackout. So I guess we're in the blackout right now. My ears are still ringing though. Had a rough time sleeping again last night. But I watched this short video about fibromyalgia and it reminded me, right, that what I'm going through is the symptoms of the fibromyalgia with the foot and the pins and needles and the shooting pain, electrical pain and just different stuff, right? So can't wait to get this healed, right? When the dragon comes back, it's supposed to release healing dew, whatever that means, right? I've been watching this guy on YouTube. He is decoding the Bible and using the old maps to show how they come up with the Bible, kind of thing, and stole the history, the true history. They turn dragons to comets and meteors, you know, like verbally, right? First they got rid of them all. And I was right, Atlantis was the bad guys. It was the Anunnaki, right? Prester John was the good guy, King David, right? His nephew, Genghis Khan, marked his ass because he didn't want to pay tribute anymore. He wanted to be the Khan, right? Khan. So, yeah, it's all greed. It's all greed, right? It's interesting how he puts it together for me, you know? It's not about religion at all. It's about how they hijacked it. It's the hijack, right? They turned W's into V's, right? To mess with the language. It was the language before the Babylon, the Tower of Babylon. They just hijacked everything. It's so strange. It is. But I guess we've awoken because we've meant to. We're scroll keepers, right? The dragons. The ones with the dragon eye. Like, there's an old saying, you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time, right? People here in Muskoka, in Ontario, Canada, are still believing in the ostrich thing, right? They had a protest going down the highways, in my area. I can't believe that. Well, I suppose they're part of the hijack, right? They got to keep up the narrative to make you all try to stay asleep, right? But there's no staying asleep. Maybe it works on the vaxxed, or the drug addicts, or the alcoholics, or the people that just work all the time. They have no time to breathe. Right? It's different. It is. My feet tried to cramp up too last night. At first thing of the rise, that's what woke me up. My feet, the toes decided they wanted to cramp up, but I stopped them before they did. I got up. It seems to help, right? Try to crack my ankles and stuff. You hear that? They cracked. So lots of pressure in the head when I woke up. Lots of pressure. My shoulder muscles so tight, right? My neck, my spine, my foot, my leg. But it's okay. I can handle it. That is what it is. How's that go? No mind, no matter. I don't mind, so it don't matter, right? Um, Anything else? We're in the new mood, or we're in another mood phase. The waning crescent, which is refined or fine-tuned, right? So do things better, make a better plan, make sure it's good, stuff like that. I think that's what it means for me, anyway. And I noticed about 10 o'clock in the rise, a mist was in the air. And I was watching Trey 57 on YouTube, and he did a short video, was it yesterday? And he was like, he had his flashlight, and he went outside, and he goes, if you're walking out in the outside early in the rise, this is what you're breathing. And he showed all the particles in the air again, right? It's been going on for a while. It was around when the mist, the fog was everywhere, right? So people would like to think that it's a bad thing, right? But I know that all the good has taken over and has control of everything. It's not bad. It's only bad if you think it's bad. So make it good. It's killing the parasites in our body. We're on the land, right? Medicine, in other words. So turn every negative into a positive because they want you to think negative. Refuse. Don't feed the beast with negative energy, all right? Turn every negative into a positive. So, yeah. So, I had energy. I was sitting here and I was like, oh, I was watching on YouTube and I was like, oh, I need to do my bed sheets and stuff. I need to wash them. So I was like, don't put it off. I got up and I stripped my bed, my pillows, and took them downstairs and put them in the washing machine. And I was like, oh, I got one box of hair color left. I think I'll color my hair and have a shower, right? I've been contemplating whether or not to let my hair go gray, white, whatever, right? Let it grow out. It'll look funny for a while, unless I chop it all off, right? But I was like, well, I got one box left, so let's do it. We'll take it from there. So I colored my hair, had a shower. I've just been sitting here learning stuff, right? How to read the hijack better. You know, don't fall in with any protests or anything like that. If you're awake, it's all bullshit. Don't get involved with them. You know, the NPCs, right? The sleepers. Some people will never wake up, and that's okay. That's their choice. Because the spell's been lifted. You know, it was lifted a few years ago. I did a video about it when it happened. I had a dream, right? And a man told me in my dream. And when I woke up, I felt it. So, yeah. And then I had a confirmation last year through videos, right? People started saying it, you know? but it's the 100 monkey effect. I must have a good effect on affecting 100 monkeys, right? Because stuff I'd be saying throughout these last 5 years, it's either a month or a week or a month or a couple of months after people on their big channels start saying it too. So I'm having an effect on the monkeys. I said one time, because I said this to my son all the time, because I have 6 children, right? Not kids. I don't have goats. I have children, right? And every time I watch on YouTube and somebody says, "Where's the kids?" All right, I sent my kids here. I said, "You got goats?" You know what I mean? But yeah. So I was saying to my son one time, uh, a couple of my children were, well, they're grown, right? I said they were acting up and doing some strange stuff, and I said, "It's none of my business." I said, "It's not my circus, and they're not my monkeys, right?" And my youngest son said, "Yes, they are, Mom. They are your monkeys. This is your circus." And I was like, I thought about it, and I was like, "Dang, you're right. They are my monkeys, right?" So I get an effect. I have an effect on the 100 monkey effect. You know, I think it's pretty cool. I do. The more I talk the truth, the more people wake up. So, yeah. I guess there's all kinds of weird stuff going on with their sun. You know what I mean? And how it affects the weather and stuff like that. Well, they have to manipulate it so everything lines up, okay? It's just the way it is. So, yeah. I'm high vibe today. I am. Even though I'm a bit icky, right? Icky here and there. I'm still high vibe. Right? Okay. How do you spell it? Hawah. It's spelled the same forward and backwards. It's a breath, right? All right. Every day I'm stronger than the day before. Every day I'm more high vibe than the day before. And every day I have more gratitude than the day before. I do. I have an attitude of gratitude, right? So, yeah. Everything's fine. We'll be all right. Don't let anything scare you. Don't. It's all foolishness. Especially if it's on the media, right? I love you all as a consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye. Wave me away. Bye, Teresa. Bye, folks. Bye.